Sometimes you're just not fucking okay. And we don't always have deep enough access to the inner workings of our mind with which to understand it. Sometimes we just gotta go through it, because looking for fucking videos to cheer our asses up, or drowning our suffering in one substance or another, or even doing all the healthy shit and taking all the good advice does not suffice. But do you know what? It's okay to not be okay. You're not fucking broken. There's nothing wrong about you. Sometimes you just gotta be okay with not being okay. Say it with me. I'm fucking okay with not being okay. Doesn't that feel a little better? You just gave yourself permission to be a fucking human being having a genuine, unobscured human experience. As shitty as we can sometimes feel, it's a white-hot hell trying to hide it under small talk and a smile, or trying to maintain the subterfuge of what we've allowed others to instill in us as some kind of fucking perfection. But guess what? You feeling this right now and allowing it, that's fucking perfection, because it's real, and you're allowing it to run its fucking course. Far too many folks will walk the road of unfucking if it's wide and easy, but sometimes the self-same road of healing and self-mastery lead to a muddy fucking bog, and far too many decide to stop walking that road. But you know what? Not you. Because you're here. You're still looking. Still walking. Even in the fucking mud and rain, and even when we trip and faceplant in a puddle. But that's okay too. Sometimes gravity wins in the short term. But do we not always get our tired ass back up and continue the slog? I know it's fucking tiring. I know some of you are fucking tired. Believe me, I fucking know it. But that's okay too. You're allowed to be tired. And you're allowed to feel whatever the fuck you're feeling at all times. And knowing just how deep suffering can be, I salute you. Still here. Still walking. And okay, even when you're not okay. So walk tall, because you've won 100% of the battles you've fought so far. I know that because you're fucking here, watching this right now. Sometimes all we can do is be okay with not being okay and engage with life as best we can. Drink your surroundings with eyes and nose and touch, because if we keep our natural cyclical occurrence of spontaneous moods and feelings buried under some kind of bullshit pressure to appear strong or sane, or to fit into everyone's supposed perfect social media projection of life, that very act, the act of burying something deep in the muck of the mind, will cause a rot of sorts, like burying a carcass in a shallow grave. Those pockets of methane will surface. They'll bubble up into our naturally occurring happy cycles. And although we actually feel okay, we smell the stink of it. Every time that we didn't let ourselves feel some shit that needed feeling, it shows up. What goes in must come out. So please, by all means, figure it the fuck out. But step one, be okay with not being okay. Because when you give yourself permission to feel and discharge, then when the happy part of your cycle comes, you'll reciprocally have permission to truly enjoy it, knowing in the forefront of your mind both happy and sad are just temporary fluctuations in a reality in which all things are temporary. All things but one. I'm talking about you, not your shitty thoughts, not your happy thoughts either. You are not your fucking thoughts. Listen carefully. If something arises, that means it wasn't there before, and so it falls under the purview of reality, in which all things that arise will also go away. So if you feel like shit, wait it the fuck out. It must go. When you're happy, enjoy it fully, but don't cling, because it will go too. The only thing that doesn't change in reality is the one thing I can't talk about, because it does not fall within the rules of time, space, thought, or words. But guess what? You have direct access to it. It's your middle. It's the light of awareness that shines through your thoughts. Thoughts are dependent upon it, but it is dependent upon nothing. It is the wakeful emptiness behind reality, It is the self-evident presence radiating from a deeper dimension of your mind, and it is identified with your thoughts, and thus you think you're you, and you think you're fucked, and you think you're happy. But all through it, through every age and experience and mood, there's always just you, the true experiencer of experience. You see, there's nothing to gain. We only have to lose that which we thought we knew to uncover that which we already fucking are. We can begin to pull away from the sort of two-dimensional plane of thought and into the more spacious third dimension of consciousness through observation. You either are your fucking thoughts or you are observing them. You are the great sea and thoughts are the waves. You are the vast sky and thoughts are mere clouds. The sky exists, blue and pure, whether clouds obscure it or not. Once we give ourselves permission to genuinely feel, then the clouds in the sky of mind can move, and we can observe them. We can allow them to come and go. But we experience it not from the rain-soaked, muddy fucking plane of suffering. We instead observe it from the clear, bright, and still sky of mind. That is your true nature, and there is no storm that can affect or alter the ever-present, wakeful sky of you. So keep walking, friends. There are wonders yet for you to fucking behold, and the serenity of knowing yourself is the gift of walking the road of suffering, also known as the road of self-discovery. I promise, it's worth it. It's real. We just have to stop paying heed to the lies we tell ourselves via suppressed thoughts and moods. If nothing else, please remember, it's okay for you to be just as you are. You are whole and unbroken, a miracle of consciousness. Reality is you. Toodaloo.